John sent me a text saying, will you be in my film? And I thought, okay, but what? And then he said, and I'm getting Phoebe, who had written Killing Eve. We'll all meet for dinner. So we went to Phoebe's house for dinner one night. We had a hilarious night. And I came out saying, yes, I'd be in the film. But I hadn't read it or anything. It's one of the best scripts I'd ever read. I think it's an absolute humdinger. And because in the middle of it is an active imagination, which anybody watching the film can plug into. Anybody, adults, children, everybody. And it makes you, like really good writing, it makes you long to be in the reality of the film. It makes you want to believe it. John Krasinski is brilliant at writing things about families, and his previous, much darker pieces are about families and the bonds in families. And in this film, there's a child. There's obviously the wonderful IFs, but there's mainly 3 adults who are floundering. They're just flawed. And I think, it's in that way a very grown-up film about what it is to be a child with adults. It's not in any way smoothing over any of that. And yet, the adults too are out of touch with their childhood. And of course, all adults are out of touch with their childhood and do better when they get in touch with it. John is unstoppable. I mean, he's, you meet him at the end of a week and he's just as enthusiastic as he was on Monday. He seems to never get tired. And I think in that way, his imagination is being fed by the film he's making.